Okay, now first off, I'd like to say thank you for inviting me here tonight, my lord. It really means a lot to me that this year I get to partake in their Feast of Fire again.
Sure, Spike. Seeing as you've fully repented for all your ill deeds by now, there's no longer any dishonor your presence would bring upon me.
And also thanks for letting me bring the camera along to make this feast into a sketch.
Oh well, we know you didn't really have a say in the matter, and we don't either, so why waste time complaining about it? Whatever Robotus says, we must oblige.
Right. All right then, I hereby declare that this Feast of Fire shall commence. Now, as tradition has it, we will all take turns in telling a story. Afterwards, the one with the best story wins.
Okay, I go first if that's okay. My tale isn't really a story per se, it's more of a little homage to dragonkind, a ditty in the spirit of this time of year. Told from the POV of a bard who stumbled upon a regal dragon of our nation. There once was a dragon so handsome and smart, he let me go free for he had a big heart.
Oh, Garble. See, this is why I don't like spending time with you. Ever since your character assassination in the show, you've become such a faggot.
Whoa.
What? It's true.
Maybe, but language like that is just unseemly in the presence of your lord. Even if your brother is a fucking fag.
Ow, who cares what you guys think of my story? I did my best and I know that's enough.
For a pony, that dragon costume may be. But as real dragons, we either win or die. I still feel like dying even though I'm winning.
Oh yeah? Then you do it better, come on.
Sure. Bet. There once was a homeless dragon called Scales who had fallen very ill and hungry for not having eaten in days. When the Dragon Lord came across her, he generously invited her to join him for his personal Feast of Fire with his family. Scales thankfully accepted the invitation, and while at the festival, she saw an opportunity she couldn't pass. While the Dragon Lord was focused on another dragon's story, Scales quickly overwhelmed him and took his throne, seizing power as the new Dragon Lord and banishing the former from his own palace. Now he was starving out in the cold, while Scales, thanks to her cunning treachery, claimed a new kingdom for herself. The end.
Ah, a classy tale.
Yeah, but to me it sounds a little too classy. Familiar even.
That's because it's literally the one story Smolder tells every year at the Feast of Fire. And every time she wins because of it.
Hey, every dragon loves the story of Dragon Lord Scales. Any of you could also just tell it and get an easy win. It's not my fault if you're not that smart.
While it is true that the tale of Scales is an exemplary story of dragonness, I actually believe I've got an even better one in store. Hark. In the year of the dragon, in a world beyond the realms, I, like many others, awaited the birth of the dragon of whom the prophecies foretold. But the Dark Master heard the prophecies as well. I should have hidden the axe long before, but As they walked onto the balcony of the Dragon Temple, Spiral saw before him a wasteland. To this, Ignitus said, "This is what Cinder has done. Put all the islands under her iron rule." As they walked the frozen grounds, suddenly they heard a mighty roar. Scaredly, Sparks asked if that was Cinder, to which Spiral replied he sure hoped so. Because if it wasn't, that would mean there's more than one giant evil dragon around here. They had finally found Voltaire, but as they approached him, they were stopped by
All right,
a
my lord,
giant...
that's enough. Jesus, I wasn't saying anything up until now because I was curious if you were really gonna pull this off, but are you actually gonna recite all of the first Legend of Spyro game?
Not at all, Smolder. I was actually going to recite all 3 games.
Fucking hell. Seriously, with all due respect, my lord, but this story is definitely coming in last. It doesn't even matter how shitty Spike's story's gonna be.
Hey!
What? Why? Everyone loves the legend of the chosen purple dragon.
Maybe, but it's also gonna be told in a good way, which what you did was absolutely not.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, Spike, now it's your turn.
Okay. Don't worry, I actually have an original tale for you, and a good one at that. One moment. Now, our story is called Dazzle and is about 3 sirens who used to rule Equestria by spreading chaos and corruption and feeding on the hate they created. But then they were banished to another world without any magic. That is, until magic followed them and they tried to seize it again, to return to Equestria and take back their power. It's a story about drama, confusion, and personal redemption.
Sounds pretty exciting so far.
Yeah, and it made for a good sequel movie, but that's not what today's about. Our story sheds light on what happens to the Dazzlings after their great defeat in Rainbow Rocks. And it begins when the trio's leader, Adagio Dazzle, returns to the alleyway which is now their home.
Wait a second, is that?
Oh my god, is that fucking Dazzling's fanfic of Robotas again? Can this asshole stop teasing his viewers about this story they're never gonna get to see? Seriously, man, release that shit already or shut the fuck up about it!
Anyway, the leader, Adagio Dazzle, returns to the alleyway that's now their home. And thus ends this story. Adagio's been sent to a mental asylum, and the other sirens each start over a new life, while the 7 heroines who stopped Adagio's evil plan are trapped forever in a never-ending sketch hell. Because life just isn't fair. The end.
Okay, this shit-eating joke about teasing the viewers aside, I guess that was kind of alright for a fanfic.
It definitely took up nearly 2 hours.
But there's a few things that I feel didn't really make sense or just didn't need to be there. I mean, what was the point of having Adagio talk to a doll?
Oh, well, that's supposed to be a metaphor for how lonely she feels and her need to have someone always agreeing with her.
Doesn't she have that unnamed right-hand gang member? Why did Robotas make her that?
Because their relationship is purely professional.
And what about that one scene when Adagio had captured Aria and tied her up in a basement for some electrocution torture before injecting her with drugs and playing a recording of their own siren song? Wasn't that a setup to have something like a sleeper thing implanted in Aria? Nothing ever came of that. Or did Robotas just live out his torture fetish?
No! Actually, really, no. He was gonna do something like that, but then he figured that plot point wasn't really gonna add anything, and because he's fucking lazy, he chose to roll with it instead of changing it.
Another thing, why did it have to be the main 7 again who stopped them? I'm sensing a little bias, if I'm honest.
Well, all of that is inconsequential, really, because Spike is getting disqualified either way.
What?
Because your story didn't have anything to do with dragons.
What? Since when is that a rule? That's never been established before.
Because I didn't think I'd have to mention it. This is a dragon festival where dragons tell stories to other dragons about dragons. I figured that was clear to everyone.
Oh, come on now, my lord. It's his first time at a Feast of Fire with you. They really didn't know. Can't we let that slide this one time?
Yeah, I think so too.
Shut up, Garble. But let's be real, the only reason you want to disqualify him is so you don't end up dead last with your shady Legend of Spyro tale. Like, even the gay shit my brother did was better than that.
Alright, I get it. It wasn't good. Fine, Spike's not disqualified. In the end, I, the Dragon Lord, will decide who's won. And since now every tale has been told, it's time to declare tonight's winner. And the winner of this year's Feast of Fire story contest is... Standard Victor Dragon!
What?
I'm just kidding. I got you for a second, didn't I? Don't worry, everyone. There is no such thing as a Standard Victor Dragon. Now, the actual winner is... And it really pains me to say it. Spike!
Huh?
Yes!
But I don't get it. Why him? How do you go from trying to disqualify him to making him the winner?
Well, I was gonna choose my own story as the winner, but that wasn't really a story rather than just a recital of a legend well known. And I do admit I didn't tell it all that great. Now as for Garble, but it was just a 2-line SpongeBob reference. And it was a poem/song, not even a story.
But what about my story? The Tale of Scales is a classic. You said so yourself.
It is, yes. But after all these years, I just had enough of you always getting a guaranteed win for regurgitating the same exact story.
Everyone else could have also told it before me and gotten that win.
Yeah, but I thought this year I wanted to shake things up a little.
Simply out of spite.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, we are dragons after all, and being jerks is part of our culture identity. So yeah, Spike's the winner. And here's your prize. A huge pile of gems.
All right. That's a huge pile? That's like maybe 5 or 6 gemstones.
Well, yeah, but you're a little dragon, so it scales down naturally. To someone of your size, that's quite a lot.
Fuck off, that's a little snack at best.
Listen, Spike, be glad I even made you the winner. Being Dragon Lord, I could have just cheated and declared myself the winner. Take it or leave it.
All right, everyone. Now that that's all said and done, time to sing some Christmas songs. Silent night, holy night. Is gone.
Yeah, and the episode ended!